Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Ripple to focus on addressing fake volumes in 2020. That's the headline from an AMB crypto piece. Now, really, Ripple's been talking about this for probably, more or less, I'd say a little over half a year. I remember this first came out prior to the second quarter, the XRP markets reports that Ripple does put out voluntarily on a quarterly basis, because, of course, Ripple is the most transparent company in all of blockchain. Like, period, hands down, the most transparent, no close second. And they started talking about just how there was the volume reported through even entities that I'd say were most looked upon, like Coinbase, just the metrics they were tracking, maybe not the most ideal. And I think that they're trying to make some shifts, but ultimately it was rather substantial given that Ripple has a bunch of XRP in escrow, $1 billion released each month, and based on actual volume, that's what really is determining how much XRP Ripple is willing to sell in any given moment, because as it turns out, they are gosh darn good stewards of the XRP ecosystem, and they don't just want to dump and suppress price in any sort of meaningful way. Rather, they want to make sure that there is sufficient XRP available, especially from a liquidity perspective, at any given moment. So they always reserve the right to sell some. Super duper, makes a ton of sense there. And the metrics that they're using now, it's much more in line, so the way that they're tracking it out. So anyway, I got a new story on that. I've also got a cool story from AMB Crypto titled XRP and Bitcoin are the most bought coins on Coinbase. So I'm going to cover that. And then I'll wrap up the video with this titled, and this is from Bitcoinist.com, Bitcoin ransom demanded from users of Ring cameras, because as my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, but don't get smashy with it. It's completely unacceptable, inappropriate, and I would say childlike. Don't do that. And if you agree that bowling is a recreational activity rather than a sport, well, damn it, you're right. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel in a show of solidarity. Somebody out there that bowls is pissed off at me right now. Well, you can get out. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean to upset you, but let's go ahead and dig into this first piece. Fake volumes became a hot topic in 2019. It all started with the Bitwise Asset Management report that was released earlier this year. The report stated that nearly 95% of Bitcoin trading volume reported by CoinMarketCap, a popular go-to website for crypto data, was fake. According to the report, CoinMarketCap reported roughly $6 billion per day in Bitcoin trading volume. The actual figure stood somewhere close to $273 million, or nearly 4.5% of the reported amount, which was highly exaggerated. In a bid to address this, the San Francisco-based blockchain firm Ripple had promised to take necessary steps. Brianne Madigan, Ripple's VP of Global Institutional Markets, revealed that the firm will prioritize in addressing fake volumes in the industry, among other issues, in 2020. And so she recently stated this in a video. And this is a quote from Brianne Madigan. "We think about a lot in the Ripple, and we have made some noise." They just mean in Ripple. I think they typed that wrong. I don't think she actually said that. "We think about a lot in the Ripple, and we have made some noise about it, is the persistence of fake volumes in the industry." And that is a problem that has gotten a lot of noise and attention in the past year. Surprisingly, we have not seen much progress been made, so that is something we will continue to focus on in 2020. And I gotta admit, once I thought that this was kind of uncovered, cat's out the bag, maybe it would be an easier thing to squash, but apparently not so much. Anyway, in light of the reports suggesting exaggerated numbers and overall inaccuracy in the way data is reported, Ripple had previously revealed that the firm was actively working with trusted partners in the industry to understand the scope and scale of the problem. Now, the firm reportedly evaluated its approach to XRP volume reported, including reviewing new options and requirements for sourcing market data while taking a more conservative approach to XRP sales in the second quarter of 2019. Now, there have been growing concerns regarding the true nature of the figures provided by the exchanges, and the problem of fake volumes is still a reality that plagues the industry. However, another research conducted after the Bitwise report showed a decline in exaggerated figures. So according to Chainalysis' findings, why is that weird? Chainalysis' findings, crypto exchanges appear to have stopped reporting fake figures. While a few of the platforms were still allegedly misreporting numbers, the majority of the exchanges, however, have stepped aside from this. And you know what? I wish I just thought of this. I don't know if I could have found it easily anyway, but there was a figure that I saw when I was going through my Twitters, and it showed just how there's a tremendous lack of liquidity for almost every cryptocurrency in existence. I don't think I covered it on this channel, but I read so much stuff that I can't always keep track what I read versus what I actually cover for something like that, especially since it wasn't XRP specific. But it was fascinating. Like the top coins, there's Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, XRP, still notable liquidity, very notable if you compare it to pretty much the rest of the entire asset class. But interesting nonetheless. There doesn't seem to be a lot going on, so maybe we'll get lucky and a lot of these coins will go extinct sooner than later. We'll see. Next, XRP, Bitcoin are the most bought coins on Coinbase. Looking back at 2019, altcoin XRP witnessed a major drop in its price throughout the year. Currently priced at 19.3 cents, XRP is at its yearly low, not literally, got down to like 18.3 or something like that I saw at least. Anyway, despite XRP's price though, the altcoin stands as the third largest coin with a market cap of $8.39 billion. Yeah, just wait though. I'm going to make a video about, there's a chart analyst out there that thinks that there's some potentially rather bullish action coming. So I'm looking forward to sharing with you that, but that's for another video. Additionally, Grayscale's report also suggested that XRP had gained momentum among both financial as well as individual users. Crypto Differ's latest report gave more insight. Crypto Differ's latest report focused on the top coins held in prominent cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. As per the report, Bitcoin was the most held coin on Coinbase, with a typical hold time of 89 days. Ethereum's ETH followed right behind, and the typical hold time for the altcoin was not nearly 105 days. Litecoin was ranked third with a hold time of over 125 days. Lesser known coin ZRX. I know most people are listening are like, what the hell is a ZRX? Whatever. ZRX had the highest hold time of about 142 days. Ethereum Classics had the second highest hold time of nearly 130 days. Now, another notable aspect of the chart revealed trading activity of the cryptocurrencies. This is where XRP was ahead of other prominent currencies. As seen in the chart below, XRP was being bought more than it was being sold. And, I've seen tons of reports like this, too, which is pretty awesome, frankly. People that buy XRP, they tend to be I'd say this, not explicitly or exclusively, maybe that'd be a better word, not that all of them are behaving like this, but a notable percentage are rather long-term thinkers, all right? I think that's a reason that the XRP community itself is so robust, where some of us are just thinking long-term, like, oh my god, we actually found something. Why doesn't the rest of the world doesn't even know this, And that's part of what makes it kind of exciting to track this, from my humble opinion anyway. Anyway, about 76% of XRP was being bought, making it the highest bought cryptocurrency, and only 24% of the coin was sold. With 74%, Bitcoin was the second most bought coin on Coinbase. Think about it. Bitcoin was the second most bought coin on Coinbase, second XRP. About 26% of the King coin was sold. I just thought that was cool and worth kind of reporting right there. So anyway, next here's a tweet from Rud Gullikers, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name, good sir, but he tagged me and wrote, "The rise of XRP in 2020 is coming for sure. Check the chart, XRP 2019. Conclusion, if you bought in January 2019, depending on which exchange prices differ, you paid around 30 cents. All-time high in 2019, around 42 cents. I actually saw it over 50, but still not too far off. Anyway, 42 cents now for me in Europe, 17 cents from all-time high price, 94% down. Yeah, that's a good point there. And so shout out to you, and thanks for tagging me, good sir. Hope you're listening. Not financial advice, period. Don't buy or sell anything because of me, because no financial background, just sharing an opinion here. But to me, it makes sense to purchase, because I do not believe for a moment XRP is going away. I think it's here for the long haul, for decades and decades and decades. I see that almost nobody's in it. And so to me, it makes all the sense in the world to buy at these low prices, and that's what I'm doing for myself. And I'm just sharing that opinion with you and what I'm actually doing. Don't copy me for the sake of it. Please don't. Don't buy or sell because of me. I don't want that kind of responsibility, damn it. All right, next year, Bitcoin ransom demanded from users of Ring cameras. Bitcoin is constantly being used as a means of extracting payment, blackmailing people, and demanding ransom in exchange for data. Ransomware attacks are ones where hackers infect users' devices, encrypt their files, and then demand a Bitcoin payment in order to grant the victim a decryption key. In some cases, these attacks can be extremely damaging, which was seen when ransom-seeking hackers locked 10 years' worth of government data in Argentina and demanded Bitcoin in order for the files to be returned. However, the more recent misuse of Bitcoin in this way was reported as part of a lawsuit against Amazon and its subsidiary, Ring. How about this? And I had not heard about this until today. According to a lawsuit against Amazon and Ring, the two companies are being sued for $5 million after they sold vulnerable cameras to their users. Apart from the plaintiff, Alabama's John Baker Orange, that's an awesome name, John Baker Orange, JBO out there, multiple other families from from across the U.S. have reported being disturbed and harassed by online criminals who hacked their cameras. So far, at least 4 families have reported similar issues from Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and Texas. Customers have reported that hackers have used their outdoor cameras for spying on them, talking to their children, and encouraging destructive behavior, and, as mentioned, they demanded Bitcoin ransom in order to leave them alone. Cameras that operate via Wi-Fi, just like any other IoT device, Internet of Things device, come with default passwords that any hacker can use to gain access to the device. And as my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. But Moon Lambo's good. That's it for this video, though. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. So that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.